Hello, I'm Elgon Williams, bringing you up to date on what we've been doing in the background for the channel. Looks like I've got
I'm
Christine jumping on with me.
I'm driving.
I wasn't even wearing my headphones, so I didn't hear you.
Oh, what are you doing?
I was just going to update people on why we haven't been around for a month.
I see. Okay. I'm driving to go get Kira right now and
Are
going to the
you?
grocery store because I have no food.
Yeah, you've been away all week.
I know. Yeah, I'm really
Okay,
sunburnt. So
okay, that's one thing. She went to the beach, not not Lake Erie Beach, but the one in South Carolina,
the ocean.
the ocean.
Yes.
So that's why we haven't done one for one of the weeks.
Yes. And then there were puppies,
There
lots
were
of
puppies.
puppies.
Then
Yeah,
there was
lots
a
of puppies.
family emergency crisis for a weekend.
Yes, my father-in-law had a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, serious stuff.
Yes, serious, serious stuff. So, yes.
And other than that, we normally schedule 1 week off.
Yeah,
So it's
yes,
so it just ended up being a confluence of crazy things that went on in our lives.
yes.
I
But
mean,
we are
I've
back
had
to
stuff
normal.
I've
We
had
should be
stuff
back.
going on in the background too. So
Yes, absolutely. Plus, we're working on some books. But next week, next Sunday, we'll be back in action.
yeah, I finished revisions on 2 books that I wrote in 2006.
Wow.
So some old stuff. And it's a lot better now because when I wrote it, I was still learning how to write.
Aw.
So it required a good bit of revisions. I probably
I was
read
gonna say,
each.
did you read it and you were like, who wrote that?
Yeah,
Oh wait, I did.
there were parts of it that were okay, and there were parts of it that were terrible.
Yeah.
But the story was pretty good. It's kind of bizarre. It's set in the distant future when nobody lives on Earth anymore
Oh, that time's coming soon, probably.
because we destroyed it,
Oh, yeah.
and they've tried terraforming a planet that is younger than the Earth. So there was a lot of the initial issues of getting the environment right, and so they've got a lot of heavy environmental controls on the way that people live, and everybody has to live under domes right now because the atmospheric air is not good enough to breathe yet.
This is about Mars, isn't it? That's what's happening. Elon Musk, he sent
No,
you a
no, 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 no. No, none of the stuff they do there would work on Mars because lower gravity. And the
Ah,
atmosphere on Mars is only like 1% as dense as the Earth's atmosphere.
oh,
So
well,
terraforming Mars is probably not going to work
yeah, that's true.
beyond people always having to live in a contained environment.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of additional research, to update things.
Yeah.
I mean, the planet is pretty much run on electricity. I mean, there's a few exceptions, but there's a lot of different storage technologies. There's 2 cities that are along the coast that have a way of generating power from the waves on breakers that they set in the ocean. Then there's solar farms and wind farms that generate electricity. So the environmental aspect is in the background. It's not the type of sci-fi where I don't write the type of sci-fi where you say, "Gee, look at this. This is all nice and shiny." You know,
Right.
what actually happens in the story is that people are having to live their lives, and a lot of stuff hasn't really changed much from 21st century Earth.
Yeah.
It's just that people have to, they've got constraints on their life and they're living around that. And a lot of the problems that the people have are caused by the authority that is terraforming the planet and the restrictions that they put on people. And some of those restrictions are pretty onerous. And there's also a big cover up that they're trying to keep secret. And
Uh-oh.
there's a couple of Scooby Doo esque meddling kids. You know, they're actually in their 20s, but they're in a rock band, and the rock band is just beginning to get famous. They get kind of dragged into this whole mystery because one of the things that's happening to humanity is that the birth rates are declining rapidly because our metabolism in the new environments don't react the same way. So the birth rates are declining because we're no longer on Earth.
Oh,
And
wow.
this is happening on all the colonies. So the colonial authority is trying to figure out why that's happening. And at the same time, they're trying to figure out why there's a group of people that are kind of defying the odds. And they're mutated. And two of the members of this rock band, actually three, but two that we know of at the beginning, have this mutation.
Huh.
So the colonial authority want them to
Study them.
they want to turn everybody into lab rats.
Oh, yeah.
And figure out how they can save humanity with the different.
Kind of reminds me of the Maze Runner.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a really good premise.
Yeah, there's another twist to the whole thing because there's the secret that they're trying to keep, which I can reveal because it's kind of revealed early on in the book, is that there were these creatures on the planet that are generically referred to as sandmorphs, and they're silicon-based life. And in the process of terraforming the planet, humans killed them all.
Oh.
And they weren't supposed to. They were supposed to make sure there wasn't any indigenous life forms there. And these sandmorphs were actually very intelligent creatures. They're actually smarter than humans.
Huh.
That's running in the background. So that's really what they're trying to keep secret. And of course, these meddling kids want to expose all that.
Right. Oh, that's going to be really good. I can't wait to read it.
It was fun to revisit an idea that I had 14 years ago.
Yeah, that is a fun idea.
And it's also fun playing with the slang that they're coming up with in the future and how people's names have kind of morphed.
Yeah.
Some people have names that are kind of traditionally spelled right, but other people don't. They're kind of derivatives of names that you would recognize. So I played with that. But the major thesis is that, a lot of things have changed, but a lot of things remain the same. You don't need to change something for the sake of change.
Right.
If it works, it works.
Right.
So they have multi-screen arrays that are essentially, glorified flat screen TVs, but they're transparent. They're all obsessed with, what's going on in the world and the news.
Yeah.
And they have theater broadcasts, recordings of theater performances, and so there's kind of the arts and entertainment thing. And
that's cool.
Rock music still exists because rock's never going to die. We all know.
Right. That's funny. Aw. Okay, well, I'm going to get off here because I'm getting ready to pick up Kira.
Okay.
So I will probably talk to you later today,
Okay.
actually. Okay, I'll talk to you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, so that was Christine jumping on with me, and you heard pretty much everything that we had to say. We've got some good interviews coming up. We've got a lot of books coming out this summer and in the fall at Panda Moon. So we're going to be talking to all the authors that are involved in those projects and talking about the new projects they're working on. Christine's been working on her third book in the series. So everyone who's waiting for Crimson Tears, she's almost there with it. So that'll be coming out probably next year. I've got a couple of books in the pipeline. Two will be out this year for sure, and a third one may be out this year. So there's a lot going on, a lot to be excited about. And if you're an author and you're interested in being interviewed on our show, go ahead and leave a message or get in contact with us. You can send an email, and Christine and I will both receive it. You send it to marketing@pandamoonpublishing.com. You can communicate with us that way. We'll get the message. We've got a lot of exciting stuff happening this year. A lot of our authors don't even know about some of the stuff yet, so a lot to look forward to. Go ahead and close it off here for this week. We're going to have an interview next week. I'm doing an interview earlier in the morning with another interviewer, so I'll be posting links to that. That'll be a lot of fun being on the other side again. We'll go ahead and close it there and have a great day, and we'll see you next week.